say a man never really knows himself. Until his freedom's been taken away. I wonder, how well do you know yourself?
Prisoner, step forward onto the platform.
Convict 626. Murderer. Pirate. Traitor. Today, you go free. But, as you'll soon learn, even freedom has a price.
Combat suit sealed and locked.
You'll carry your prison with you. That armor will be your new cell. Make no mistake. War is coming. With all its glory. And all its horror. Mr. Findley, your freedom awaits.
Hell, it's about time.
And in other news today, Emperor Arcturus Mengsk held a press conference commemorating the end of the so-called Brood War some 4 years ago. Our own Kate Lockwell was on the scene.
Emperor, the threat of a new Zerg invasion is still very real. But instead of expanding our fleets, you've squandered trillions on hunting down has-been rebels like Jim Raynor.
Jim Raynor represents a clear and present threat to this dominion. He is an unscrupulous, lawless revolutionary bent on spreading fear and dissension across the sector. He and his ragtag band of miscreants have instigated open rebellion across 6 separate worlds and stolen vast amounts of civilian weapons and armor. This criminal will be brought to justice very soon.
It ain't over till it's over, you son of a bitch. Adjutant, are my troops ready yet?
Your forces are prepared and awaiting your orders, Commander. Uploading tactical data now.
Good. About time we kick this revolution into overdrive.
What is up, folks? This is Aircast. Welcome to StarCraft II. Alright. Take 250, I think. Been having a lot of issues. But I think we're good to go. Alright. So, StarCraft II, as many of you know, is an RTS by Blizzard Entertainment. It came out about 10 years ago, and yet it still looks amazing. So StarCraft II is known to be an incredibly difficult game that is extremely intimidating for most people to play. But what I would like to show is that it shouldn't be. So if you're going to play 1v1 on the ladder, yes, it can be pretty intimidating, but it's also extremely entertaining to watch. I would highly recommend watching the GSL. If you don't know Korean, watch the English stream. It is there and has been there for a very long time. You can go back and watch old Pro League games. There's tons of stuff that you can watch that happens over in Europe. Some stuff that still happens here in the US, although we don't have MLG or anything like that anymore. That might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. It depends on how you look at it. I used to enjoy watching them, but, it was a long time ago, so people weren't as good back then. But yeah, so, and also, if you don't want to get into 1v1, there's custom games. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff that you can take a look at. The original Dota, came out of Warcraft 3, their custom game maps. So the whole MOBA genre was spawned out of custom games on Blizzard games. So yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do. I won't even begin to, I don't know most of these. It's been so long since I've played a custom game, but I know how amazing they are because I've spent so many hours doing them. More so back in Warcraft 3 than these days, but as you can see some of the pictures here, it can get kind of crazy. But some of the stuff, I'm just going to take a guess of what's going on here. But I assume unit types are spawned out of the cards that you get. Squadron, I haven't played this one in so long. I'm trying to remember. I remember you can spawn different units to attack based off of the minerals that you mine and stuff like that. But like it's a set amount of minerals and gas that you get. And then you can upgrade that further. There's the Nexus. Oh, nope. No. I didn't want to do that. Get out of here. Anyway, yeah, didn't mean to do that. I'm glad it didn't start because I would have felt really bad. I probably would end up playing it out even though I had no idea what I was doing. But yeah, anyway. And it is easy as that to join. If you just click on one of these lobbies, you can make your own. If you don't see any of the certain game that you're looking for. Zombie World. Anyway, so there's a bunch of different things that you can do. Then you've got the 1v1 stuff. You can even do versus AI if you're not confident in your skills yet. Or if you just, sometimes I just want to play a game. So I just, throw up a versus AI, get it out of my system and then move on. There's tournaments that you can do. They go through pretty rapidly. I think some of them are daily tournaments. Some of them are weekly tournaments. You can do in different races. You can do it by the race that you want. You can even do it with a random, which most tournaments don't actually let you do random anymore. Although I know that was a thing back in StarCraft 1. You can do team games. So 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. I know 2v2 and 3v3, sometimes people have set teams that they play with, and you can be pretty competitive that way. I used to do 4v4s back when the game came out, just as a way to kind of chill and, relax, but still play StarCraft. And it can be a lot of fun. You can probably get flamed out by people, blaming you or whatever, but just ignore them. They're angry because, they made mistakes too. It's just like any, Dota or League of Legends or, whatever. Any team game like that, you're going to find people that are doing the same thing, doing that. You've also got the co-op missions, which I think are really cool. I haven't done them myself, but I love the theory behind them. And I would actually like to do them someday, but just have not gotten the chance to at this point. But you have your own unit sets, depending on which commander you choose. So you have the Dark Templar base stuff here with Vorzun, and she has her own different upgrades that you can get as you level up, which are really cool. And then you've got like the High Templar defense / purifier stuff. Energizer reminds me of Purifier a little bit. But yeah, and he has his own upgrades that you can get, which I think that's great. So it mixes things up, but it keeps things, fairly simple and straightforward for all the co-op stuff. But if you want to get a little more complicated, you can go into the mutations. So the mutations add different things to the co-op specific maps. So in this case, you have short-sighted, which decreases the vision of your units and structures. So it makes it definitely quite a bit harder. Then you have twisters. So tornadoes move across the map, damaging and knocking back units. And blizzards, which move across the map, damaging and freezing units. So pretty cool stuff. It really mixes things up. So that changes every week. And you get different mutations that move through, which I think is awesome. But yeah, so we are going to be focusing on the campaign, specifically this time the Wings of Liberty campaign, which was the first campaign that came out with the game back 10 or so years ago. So that is what we are going to be doing for now, and let's get to it. Alrighty, so we are going to be playing on hard difficulty. There are several difficulties you can do on here. Casual, you can just do it with your eyes closed. Normal, if you're somewhat familiar with any RTS at all, you'll be fine. Hard, I don't know how challenging I would say it is. I don't have a good perspective on that because it's, like I said, I've been playing StarCraft for a long time. I haven't played it in quite a while. So I'm going to be rusty as can be. But, yeah, we're going to be playing it on hard. Brutal is actually a lot of fun if you want to get into it. And, well, I enjoyed it anyway. But you have to go in with very specific builds for some of the missions. I'd say probably this campaign, not as much. You have a lot more leeway. But especially if you get into the Protoss campaign, things get a little silly. But, if you have the build that you need to have, you can go through it. But anyway, we're just going to have some fun. So we're going to be doing it on hard. And you'll find a lot of games that I end up playing. I play it on like the second hardest difficulty. Not the hardest. I learned my lesson from back in the day playing a lot of Call of Duty and going through in the hardest difficulty and, getting sniped out of absolutely nowhere and just falling over dead. And I don't know, I found that fun at the time. I don't anymore. I don't know if it's just a getting older kind of thing, but, I want to enjoy myself, so that's what we're going to do.
Backwater Station is the center of Dominion logistics on Marsara. Destroying Dominion authority here will cripple Emperor Mengsk's operations throughout the planet.
Alrighty.
Adjutant, what do you got for me?
Dominion forces have set up a logistics headquarters in the town of Backwater Station. This has become the hub for all operations on Marsara. The Dominion recently pulled troops out of the city, and they are now under strength.
Are the locals cooperating?
The people of Backwater Station are known to be anti-Dominion, but they lack weapons and organization.
If I can take that headquarters away from Mengsk, it'll cripple him on this planet. Prep my ship.
Okay, so at the moment I'm recording this in 4K. We're gonna have to see how that goes. OBS keeps complaining about it overloading the encoder, but we'll see if I can post it as that. I don't know if I'll be able to. I may have to downscale it.
Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion. What's up?
Okay,
Raiders
now,
roll.
be nice.
Time to man up.
If
Keep your intervals wide, your eyes open, and your asses covered. Let's move. Raiders roll.
If some of you played StarCraft, you're gonna realize that
Don't go
I'm
up that road.
trying to be quiet
Time
for
to
all the
man up.
voiceovers.
You can count
That
on
I'm
me.
not the best at it. I mean,
What's
I
the
used to be
plan?
okay, but like I said, it's been a really long time.
Sounds like a
So,
plan.
Micro, I would
Time to
say,
man up. You can
is
count on me.
fairly unnecessary.
Keep a close watch on your neighbors. Dissent will only slow our progress.
Commander, destroying the Dominion holoboards will help incite rebellion against the Dominion.
I'd say it's fairly unnecessary in this level of the game.
I'm getting mighty tired of seeing Meng's face. Blast it.
But
Time to man up.
we'll see.
This better
We'll
be
see how much I end up
Where
doing.
is everyone?
You gonna
Break it down. Sounds like a plan.
To an extent, sometimes I just don't care.
Raiders, my neighbors, my family.
But you know,
This
it's
is
not like I want
starting
to
look
lose.
ugly.
It's just
You can count
sometimes
on
I just find it unnecessary.
Commander, a large Dominion force is gathering in the center of town.
We can wait for the drop pods and then we'll go
special
in.
delivery we talked about.
I've done this a few times. I've actually gotten.
What's the
Thanks for the assist. We're with you, Raider.
time to man up?
I think I'm on like
Raiders roll.
99% of the
That's Raider.
achievements on this level of the game,
Sounds like a plan.
or this campaign in particular, the Terran campaign.
Time to man up.
I used
Sounds
to
like
go
a
back.
plan.
I actually found the achievements quite fun for the most part.
You can count on me.
I've never enjoyed time attack
This
kind of
is bad.
things,
You can count
and there
on
are
me.
definitely
Raiders roll.
achievements that are like that,
You can count on
but
me.
most of them are pretty entertaining.
Finally, there's the locals.
You'll all be given a meal when you reach the dig site.
My brother went off to the mine last week. He disappeared.
We got a runner.
They're shooting civilians. Move in. What's up? Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll.
Having that many injured people in front's probably not the best thing to do. But that's
Thank you, Raider.
Like I
We
said.
knew you wouldn't forget us.
There's more people still being held up ahead.
I'll see to them.
Marshal Rayner. Been a while since we saw you around here.
We're with you, Raiders!
This is a restricted
and
area.
then they all die.
Insurgents are under arrest. We got your back, Raider.
Now,
Count
you
on
don't
me.
need to kill these, but
Charge.
civilians will help you out if you do.
Sounds like a plan. Time to man up.
I didn't think we could fight them, but we can.
Now you've got the weapons and the resources to do it. Remember, Mengsk can only control you if you let him.
So I don't know if you really have to play StarCraft 1 to understand the story all that much. I mean, it definitely helps, but I kind of feel like StarCraft 2 stands on itself, on its own. There are a lot of complaints about the story from a whole lot of people, but I think it's fine. You just take it as what it is. It's pretty decent.
Wanted man in the sector. You ain't that hard to find. I had to see it for myself. Little Jimmy Rayner, the people's hero.
Tychus Finley. Nice suit.
Pays to be prepared.
I heard they put you on ice. Life sentence. What? To give you time off for good behavior?
That's right, old buddy. I'm a model citizen now.
So to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just a friendly business proposition. Do you even know what the Dominion are doing out here?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Digging up alien artifacts, old buddy. Your boy Minsk has gone crazy for them. But I got a contact that'll pay top dollar for every artifact we liberate from the Dominion.
I guess I can hardly pass that up now. Can I, Tychus?
Partners then. 60-40.
70-30. My way. Feels like old times already.